And we are set. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Melanie Nelson, director of TLS, and I am so excited to be here this morning with you with my two special guests this week for our Fired Up Friday on our 28 days of weight loss here with our current campaign. So I want to leave the floor for them and ask them some really key questions about their TLS journey. So let's just dive right in, shall we? So welcome. Thank you guys for your time. For those of you joining us on Facebook, please let us know where you're logging in from and chat along with us here. So we're so glad everyone is here. And why don't we go ladies first here? So let's go to Miss Erin Michael, who is a mother of two beautiful children, handsome husband. Her and her husband own a couple businesses. They've got lots going on in their lives. And Erin has had a tremendous experience with TLS. And so Erin, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, good morning, everybody, from wherever you're watching in the world. Thank you for joining us today and listening into our testimony. So awesome to have the opportunity to share my story. So I am 34 years old and I live here in Kansas City, Missouri. Like Melanie said, I have two beautiful children, businesses, a husband, which sounds so wonderful and amazing, and it is, but it led me to a very stressed out, overwhelmed life where I had two very, very, very small children, launching a private practice. My husband's a chiropractor, I'm a massage therapist. Just a slew of stresses in our lives, I'm sure you can imagine. But I got to a point in my life, after having children and letting all that stress just really take over. I got to a point where I found myself at 400 pounds. And I woke up one day and realized that I completely lost who I was, completely lost vision of who I wanted to be. I mean, not even who I'm supposed to be, but who even I wanted to be. And it took me going into my very favorite store and nothing fitting me in the store to change me. And it sucks because I've struggled with this since I was about 20 years old. That's when I really started struggling with my weight. And it was really just a matter of not being disciplined, some hormone stuff, but mostly just, food addiction and the mentality of it's too far gone now. How in God's name do I take this back? How do I take control? I have this mountain in front of me of weight I've got to lose. I'm not done with my journey. I'm still in it. But when I looked at that, I had about 180 pounds to lose off my body. And I'm like, okay. So I started and stopped a lot of different things because they weren't working for me. I don't want to list them. I don't know if I'm even allowed to list them, but I tried a lot of different programs. I tried a lot of different things. I've tried keto, things like that. And I just could not get over how restricted I felt all the time and how I'd never felt like I was really healthy because I was either taking something completely out of my diet or putting only these things in, never giving myself any freedom. And I did that for a long time and I failed every single time. And so my weight would go like this and then just kind of skyrocketed up, and I know, you know what I mean? So I was turned on at TLS, and I just started it. I didn't feel overwhelmed starting. I felt very supported starting. I have been doing this almost 3 years now. 3 years in May will be my 3-year anniversary. And I have lost right at 150 pounds now, which is insane.
I'm popping up your before and after just so people can see the progress you've made. When you say I had this overwhelming mountain of weight to lose, I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. And you have done such a tremendous job of implementing the TLS program. I just wanted to, share with people a little bit about, the visual of, because now we can only see this, right? So it's nice for people to meet you. So please continue. Oh, did we freeze? Oh, bummer. I think she's frozen. Jamie? Oh, there we go. There you are.
Am I back? Okay, sorry guys. So I started my journey, and I started it in secret because I didn't want anyone to know, because I did not want anyone to see me fail again. So I started my journey, And I went in about 6 months and I had lost about 80 pounds. And people really started noticing. They're like, what are you doing? And then I got to 10 months and I had lost 100 pounds. And people are like, whoa, look at you go, girl. So I've just kept going on that. I do my weight loss in 12-week pushes with the TLS program. There's an amazing detox that I do every 12 weeks, like without fail. I'm actually on one of my very last pushes in my weight loss journey because I'm almost done. And I could just cry right now, even saying that, guys, because I started this 3 years ago and I'm almost done being able to say, I'm almost done losing fat off my body, guys. I want to invite you into that freedom. And I want to encourage you that you can find that too. Because I know if you're looking at a mountain in front of you of how much weight you have, even if it's 10 pounds, that's a big deal to you and your body. Even if it's 100 pounds, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much weight you have to lose. It just matters of how you can get there and stay there. I went through a really hard season this year, like I'm sure a lot of us did. But I had to have a really big.
We're going to get to your struggles here in a second.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Yeah, I know. We love listening to your story.
I'm just keep talking. You gotta set me up.
But I want to switch over to Jamey for a second, and just have him share, because we're going to get to, no one's journey is struggle or obstacle free. And so it is really important that we share that. And so I'm going to press hold on you for a moment. Bringing from Seattle, Washington, also a father, a husband, and a business owner, Mr. Jamey Singh. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, thanks, Melanie. And Erin's story is so amazing. My story is similar, but quite a bit different in that when I started my weight loss journey, I wasn't really looking for something. I knew weight. I had carried a bunch of excess weight. It really started years before with my mother with a lot of weight issues. And, she had done this, that, and the other thing and really struggled. She decided that her only way was to have gastric bypass surgery. And there was some challenges with that, and it wasn't really the best solution because there wasn't a lot of education that they gave her about nutrition. And so unfortunately, it didn't go well with complications. She actually passed sooner than she should have. And that was kind of a wake-up call. It was like, okay, I've got to do something, but we had tried a bunch of different things. We've counted this, we've counted that, we've had added points and subtracted points. One of the programs we even had, I found that if we did the microwave popcorn, it was a free food, so I could eat as much microwave popcorn. Now with TLS, I've learned that that's so not true, that we need to really be smart about what we do. And so I just started, and in the beginning, it was like, well, if I could lose 10 or 15 pounds and keep that off, it'd be awesome. And over a period of time, about 9 months, I had lost over 80 pounds. And so this is kind of a fun photo of my beginning journey. So that's the fluffy me, just crazy, 80 pounds later, holy cow. And, continued to work really hard. And it just worked for me. It was one of those things where it was a comprehensive approach that I had never had before, so that I could have success. And I was losing 3 pounds, 3 pounds a week. And it would just kind of keep going and going and going. And once you get to that point where you have success, it's like, well, I've worked really hard, so let's just continue to keep the lifestyle. And, I don't know how much we'll talk about it later, but I love about TLS is the fact that it's a comprehensive plan, and yet it's really easy to follow, and it doesn't restrict me from any one thing. It teaches me what to do to be successful, not what I can't do.
Perfect. I love that. So good, Jamey. So obviously, 83 pounds, what was Jamey, one of the main obstacles that you feel if you had not overcome, and it might have been like a mentality or a fear or an excuse, like I was too busy or something like that, but that main obstacle that maybe if you hadn't overcome it, you wouldn't be here today?
I think the main obstacle that I had is just the whole idea of food. It used to be I had to eat less to lose weight. I can't do this, I can't do that. And so over a period of time, it was like, no, I have to do that. I really want to do that. And so that would sabotage my own weight loss. with TLS, it's more about what you can do, like I said, and continuing to eat the food to create the fat loss and the fat burn and all of those things that we've learned. And that's the part, just the food concept, it really dramatically changed, in addition to getting the right nutrients in my body, whether it was stuff that I was eating or adding, the supplementation or the things that my body needed, that it was just deficiencies.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that, because I think there's still a massive diet mentality out there where it's like eat less, move more, and that's actually more harmful for our metabolism. It's more harmful for our health and vitality, versus where I think in TLS we're like, eat more, eat more of this, like eat more of real food, and yes, move more. But we get to eat more in TLS, and I don't think I would have been able to do it either without because I love food. So excellent. So Erin, same question to you. I know that you're in a unique situation where there's been several, 3 years of potential mental obstacles, time obstacles, family obstacles, things like that. But what are the, maybe 1 or 2 main ones you really feel you had to overcome in order to be here today?
Right. Well, the very first one and the most important one was starting my journey, was choosing that this time I was actually going to do it. This time I wasn't going to give up. That was the biggest obstacle, was making the commitment to myself that I am worth the time it's going to take, that I'm not a bad mom for taking the time to go to the gym every day, that I'm not a bad mom for eating different than my family if they don't want to eat what I'm eating. I'm, like things like that, like giving myself permission to take care of myself, which is like, how silly is it that we have to do that? But as mothers and fathers and whatever, like we put everyone else in front of ourselves. And sometimes that is very unhealthy for us. And that's exactly where I got to. So that very first step of starting and continuing my journey. And it's like a constant thing with me. Like every day I get up and I'm like, okay, another day. Okay. Like I take it meal by meal. I take it hour by hour. I take it minute by minute. Sometimes I take it 8 ounces of water by 8 ounces of water, whatever you have to do to just keep going on it. And then, like I was saying before, I had a surgery over the summer. I had to have a very, very big surgery, and it completely halted my entire journey because I could not walk for 6 weeks. And then I've had a slew of rehabs and things like that I've had to go through. So what's really amazing is that I've been able to maintain my 140-pound weight loss through the entire thing, maybe like 10 pounds, between 10 pounds, but most of that's just edema and having to sit for that long. But being able to maintain that weight for like 8 months is a really big flipping deal without being able to exercise, guys, without being able to exercise. So, but that was probably the biggest thing I've had to overcome, was my mentality is, so go forward, let's go, let's finish this, let's keep going. And I had to sit and rest. And in that rest, I was able to still be able to strengthen my mind with nutrition. I took a couple courses in nutrition, just to learn a couple things about how our body responds to food, just things like that. Like I was able to grow more in that waiting time, even though I didn't physically grow. Thank you. I was able to grow my mind and continue my journey. So now I'm able to start working out again and everything. And it's going really well. But the main thing is start and keep going, no matter what you eat, no matter if you eat a whole cake or something. Give yourself grace, move on, keep going, start and continue.
Absolutely. So TLS, as these two know so well, is a 4-pronged approach. And with these 4 prongs, when you implement them together, their success is inevitable, right? And it's like a 4-legged table. A 3-legged table is going to be unstable. It's not going to work as well. You might be able to kind of prop it up or hold it up for a little while, but that's like temporary, right? And so that's why TLS is so powerful. There is no other program that's as comprehensive, as educational, that has what we offer for what we offer it for. It's insane, right? So I'm curious, one of our prongs is incredible supplementation, science-based supplementation that really accelerates our results by addressing certain factors in our body that is contributing to either weight gain or the inability or the slow weight loss process. So who doesn't want to accelerate results, right? So I'm curious, Jamey, what is your favorite TLS product? One if you were stranded on an island and you could only bring one, what is it?
Only one. That is so difficult.
Isn't it me?
Because as I've gone through the journey, of losing over 80 pounds, like Erin, it's a journey. And so you have different focuses throughout the time. But if you have to hold me to one, it is probably the TLS core product. I was the individual who just really loves carbs. I love the pizza and I love those types of things. And I found that with that product and the key ingredients in it, that when I followed, the instructions and I looked at the science, it just helped me feel better and helped me feel satisfied. And that was one of the things that I hadn't really done in some of the past journeys. You'd eat and eat and eat and never get to the point where you were truly satisfied. And now it was like, oh, it helps, eating the right things to feel satisfied and get the nutrients in. But that support of that product really did make a big difference in my journey.
Awesome. I love core. For sure. Great one. Erin, how about you? One product on an island, have to pick.
So unfair. One. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I want to say shakes because I'm a massage therapist and it just helps me to stay with my nutrition. If I have clients and stuff, I can drink a shake, but I'm not going to say shakes, even though I did. I'm going to say CLA. I'm going to say CLA. CLA is my favorite product, without a doubt, 100%. It's my favorite product because I've seen personal results from it more, like I've noticed them more than anything else. So I'm really excited about it. And I've noticed it with friends that I've like, hey, try this out. And they've noticed it. That's what I love about it, is that it's one of those that you really start seeing the results. So what CLA did for me is, obviously being that large, I had a ton of stored fat in my body everywhere. I mean, everywhere. So when I started taking CLA regularly, I noticed my stomach just drastically changed. And I'm so mad at myself because I waited about 8 months before I started taking it. And I'm like, what kind of results could I have had if I had started taking it at the beginning? Like, so again, though, I wasn't making myself a priority. I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll buy it next month or whatever. But like, no, I buy it every single month. Like, oh my gosh, people got it in stocking stuffers this year for Christmas. Like, it's amazing. But so if you have a lot of stored fat, or if you have any stored fat, which who doesn't, it is perfect for helping get in there, helps release that fat, helps flush it out and things like that. And you really see results, you really feel them. I feel so good. I fit my clothes much better. I notice when I don't take it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So CLA is one of our body composition products where it's really helping to generate a healthier body composition with lean muscle and reducing fat. And core is more addressing our blood sugar level and our eating and our carb cravings and things like that. So two completely different products, but perfect to take together. It's dynamite, right? And I would have to say that I almost like, I almost have to say the shakes too, because I'll just say the shakes because they're honestly, with a busy lifestyle, it's really, on the days where you just didn't get to prepare, there is nothing more, plus all the treats you can make with it. So super fun. I'm actually honing the perfect TLS nice cream right now. So that will be coming out soon. All right. So your favorite way to stay active, Jamey? Obviously, exercise and optimizing our body composition is another pillar. What's your favorite way to stay active and fit?
Well, had you asked that question when I started my journey over 6.5 years ago, I would have said exercise is horrible because when you're fluffy, it hurts to move. And so I did not like exercise, but through this journey, I found that I really enjoy running. And so I've done running with the family and, done races. And in fact, last year I turned 50, and it was the fastest 15K that I've ever done, the fastest 5K I've ever done. And I ran a sub 7-minute mile at 50 years young.
Holy cow.
Because I'm healthier today at 50 than I was all through my 40s and most of my 30s.
Wow, that is so exciting. That's really, really major. I can say that I gave running a real college try for real. For reals, gave it the college try. Can't stand running. So I applaud you. Anybody who can run, I applaud you. Absolutely fantastic. And what's really fantastic too, Jamey, is that you've maintained the TLS lifestyle. You're living the lifestyle, and you maintained your weight loss all of these years, which is so phenomenal. And I love that you're getting healthier and faster every year. It's so fun. Like, what a testimony. Erin, what's your favorite way to stay active?
Yeah. And Jamey, you look awesome, dude. I haven't seen you since last October. You look so good, man. So good. Okay. Favorite way to stay active. Oh goodness. When I first started my journey, I was in the gym like 2 hours a day because I was uneducated and didn't know that you didn't have to spend that much time in the gym. So honestly, right now we have been slowly building our own home gym at home and canceled our gym memberships, and we're working out at home, and it's amazing. We're doing it as a family. It's not an hour-long thing. Maybe it's 20 minutes here and there. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom with a home-based business. Like, I am busy. So I need that quick time where I can really get in, work my body, and just honestly, just being organized, like knowing what you're going to do that day. I mean, get in, get out, get your workout done. So many people just go and wander around the gym not knowing what they're doing. Like, there's so many options. And what I love about TLS is they have all kinds of help and support of, like, you can write on there like, hey guys, what's a good workout to do, or what's a good meal, or what's a good recipe for today. And 100,000 people coming at you with their responses. Like, you can't even dodge them fast enough. So there's so much support. So there's tons of workout options and things like that. But I want to let you know, you don't have to have a gym at all to lose weight. You don't have to have a gym. You don't even have to have any equipment. Your body is as sufficient as you need to be able to work out. So get creative. There's so many fun things out there to do.
Agreed. I have been doing a lot of I've been home workout now for about 5-6 months.
Yeah.
As well, and loving that process for sure. Whereas prior, it was almost impossible for me to maintain home workouts. Like, I was like, I need to go somewhere. But it's amazing what happens when you have to.
Yeah, when you have to. We're all stuck at home. Why not? Why not?
For sure. So, what's your in regards to, if you had one tip to leave someone here today, one tip, I'm kind of throwing you a curveball here. What would it be, Jamey?
The one tip is make the step forward. Take that first step. You don't lose 80 pounds or 20 pounds at one time. You lose a half a pound at a time. So constant steps forward over a period of time creates great change. So do something, get healthy, and make a change for the betterment, because I've added years to my life because of my overall health. That's important to me. And so if it's important to somebody, just make that first step. Absolutely.
Erin, go ahead.
So I think mine would just be, just ask yourself, like, what if this time I kept going? Like, what if this time I didn't give up on myself? What if this time I didn't give up on my weight loss journey or my health journey? Where would I be? Like, ask yourself that. Like, where would I be this time next year? Like, I'm thinking back to when Jamey and I saw ourselves last. It was over a year ago. And I'm like, look how much we both changed since then. You know what I mean? Like, we've continued that progress. And I'm like, that's awesome, dude. Like, so think about that. Like, whatever your goal is, if it's to lose weight, if it's to get healthy, if it's to be able to run an 8-minute mile like our 50-year-old stud here, like, what if you didn't give up on yourself? What if you did it? You know what I mean? And that's where I got out of TLS, is I got that confidence because I wasn't ever for a second alone in my journey. Not for a second do I feel alone. And I think that's one of the biggest things with this, because weight loss and health, it's such a sensitive and personal thing that can have a lot of shame attached to it. Asking for help was my hardest the hardest thing I've ever done. I reached out to Melanie. She didn't even know who I was. And I'm like, this girl is who I want to be like right here. This is who I need to ask for help from or whatever. And she, just the help. And it's not even from her. The whole team of people, Jamey, like all over the place, all over the world. Jamey's in Seattle. Melanie you're Florida now, right? You've moved like all over. So it's hard. She's from Canada, lives in Florida. Like, but we don't have to be together. We're still together, and it's still a team. It's a family that are invested in helping you meet your goals no matter what they are. So like Jamey says, take the first step. The first step might just be asking for help. Like, hey, where do I start? There is so many answers to that question. And hopefully I'm sure Melanie has the answer to that. So that's my tip. Just ask, what if this time I don't give up? Let's go.
For sure. 1,000-mile journey starts with one step. Yep. And so, if you do feel overwhelmed because you've tried a lot of things, you feel overwhelmed because there are so many moving parts to a healthy lifestyle, just remember to take one step, and that takes the overwhelm out. It's literally, what could I do right now in this moment? And I just want to take a quick moment to share, because my tip, you guys, is use the resources.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I think a big mistake people make is they just go, well, I know I need to eat cleaner. I know what to do. I know. And they just go back to some old diet they had tried a while ago that maybe worked. And they think they're following TLS, but they're not. And so I really, really want to, because I know Jamey is following TLS. I know Erin is following TLS, that I am going to encourage everyone to really utilize your resources, including our new digital free guide. So what used to be this massive book you'd have to buy for $25, you can now download our incredible 12-week journey. And if all you do is read a page a day, you're doing something great for your health. You're going to learn how to live the TLS lifestyle, and definitely download your program documents, right? So if you happen to be on Rapid Results, download the menu plan and actually study it, right? Download the recipe booklet and actually use it. And what Erin was talking about with our incredible community is here on our TLS Facebook. Here we are live. Look at that. We're looking at ourselves here. Isn't that awesome? And so here is where we have, so many recipes and posts, and you're commenting and we're paying attention. And one of the places that I'm looking at almost, every couple days is our community posts. So I'm responding to these, you guys, in regards to, what Erin was talking about. And so definitely join us online, utilize the website with all its free resources. And I just want to
resources.
Love it.
I mean, you're not paying for a membership. You're not paying for recipe books. You're not paying for menu plans. You get it all for free, baby. Yeah. So, we believe in everyone so much that is something we do. So Jamey, Erin, thank you so much for joining me, for your time, and for, helping inspire everyone by sharing your story. I so appreciate both of you. Thanks to everybody who joined us online and is going to watch the replay. You all rock. We'll see you soon.
Good luck.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.